Hello, welcome back to Whiskey Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whiskey review with me, Joe. So this week I'm reviewing something rather special. The Caol Ila 30-year-old 1983 vintage official bottling. I'll pour a nice gem out. I'm going to save a little bit of that for a very good friend of mine. This sample was given to me by a whiskey loving friend of mine. So thank you very much for the sample. It's amazing to be able to taste it. So just to show you, it is Caol Ila Distillery bottling, single malt special release, 1983 vintage. Hope you can see that. 30 years old. Can you see that? 30 years old, 55.1%. So it's cask strength Caol Ila. And to compare, I'm going to just pour this out. It's the last of the Lafroig 25 that I reviewed a couple of weeks back. So I'm going to do a little comparison at the end of my Caol Ila review. And I get to try this again, which is amazing. So that's just going to go there for now, leave it till later. Anyway, Caol Ila 30. Caol Ila is the biggest Islay distillery. It's got the capability of producing around 6.5 million litres of spirit per annum. It is kind of a lightly peated whiskey compared to the Ardbeg and your Lafroig and your Lagavulin. It's quite a lot more tame on the peat, but it does produce some absolutely stunning whiskies. It makes up the main peatiness in the Johnnie Walker range. There's a lot of independent bottlings out there. This, of course, is the official bottling. Came out in 2013 at about £425. So, let's give it a nose. And it's a mixture of American oak and European oak, so bourbon and sherry barrels basically. There's roughly around about 7,000 bottles produced. Okay, so nose. Kind of oily, as you kind of expect from an Islay. This lovely smell of kind of warm, sorry, flying part. Warm kind of bacon, slightly ashy. There's kind of a sour orange note going on as well. So there is fruitiness there. Orange, fresh lemon. What else? Kind of sweet seafoody smell as well. It's beautiful. And you can smell the age to it. Again, it's probably best if you just, of whiskies of this age, leave them to sit for a little bit, but we haven't got time for that. I did try this earlier as well. So yeah, so let's give it a taste. Gosh, you notice the strength. It's hot, it's punchy, but the finish is good. It's really well rounded as well. So it starts off with this kind of ashy peat, then develops a bit more kind of fruitiness comes out, so there's kind of tangerines, there's oranges come back, and then it kind of starts to develop this lovely sweetness. So I get honey, I get kind of lavender floral note, I get that kind of vanilla, a little bit of seaweed that I always associate with some of the Islay whiskies. Let's give it another taste. That's awesome. The Caol Ila, it is less peaty than your Ardbegs, and because it's old peaty whiskies, the peat generally kind of fades over the years. It becomes kind of more integrated. There is still peat there. You get black pepper, you get that kind of ashy kind of pork crackling bacon kind of thing going on. That sweetness is there as well. Green olives as well, that kind of sweet green olives, and that saltiness, again, that I always associate with Caol Ila is there. You can taste the alcohol. I would probably recommend putting water in this, and I will try that afterwards, but I always do my reviews without water, straight from the bottle, as they would be if you were to try them. One more try for the finish, and then we'll get the old Laphroaig on the go, just to compare. There's a kind of mild iodine TCP thing going on as well. Stunning. Love the finish. The finish is incredible. It's mouth coating, it's rounded, kind of velvety. Amazing. Score-wise for that, personally, I prefer the Laphroaig that I tried a couple of months ago, so we're going to try it again. I would give that, for me, it's a solid 9 out of 10. It's an amazing whiskey, I just don't think it quite gets near the level of enjoyment I had with the Laphroaig. So let's give this a go. So this is the Caol Ila, this is the Laphroaig. This is at 45.1%, so it's less strong. Oh, now this is much more kind of iodine-y. More, smells kind of more savoury. Okay, let's give it a taste. Let's, hang on. I think you smell the alcohol with that more, which you'd expect because it's 10% stronger. Right, let's give it a taste. Ah, yeah. I'm still preferring the Laphroaig, I have to say. It's more savoury, I just find there's more to it, it's more complex. There's probably a little bit more sherry cask influence going on in the Laphroaig as well. Yeah, for me, the Laphroaig's better. You can watch my previous review of the Laphroaig where I've gone into all the tasting notes. That still is my favourite. The Caol Ila, however, is amazing. Again, thank you so much to my friend who gave me a little sample of the Caol Ila. I've got some more samples of his to get through as well, like the Black Bull 40, which I'll be reviewing over the coming weeks. So thank you very much. If you've had the Caol Ila 30, let me know, leave me a comment if you've been lucky enough to try it or have a bottle. Please share the video, send it to Caol Ila, send it to Diageo, let them see me review it. And I will see you next week for yet another whiskey review with me, Joe. Cheers guys, bye bye.